With 606 oil fields, the Niger Delta supplies 40% of all the crude oil the United States imports and is the world capital of oil pollution. Life expectancy in its rural communities, half of which have no access to clean water, has fallen to little more than 40 years over the past 2 generations. When an oil spill happens, fires rage, killing vegetation and creating a crust over the land, making remediation difficult. The oil seeps to the ground and flows to the low-lying areas. This spread is worsened by rainfall, which enables oil to run off into nearby farms, ponds, swamps, or creeks. In 2011, the United Nations released a study identifying the Niger Delta of Nigeria as one of their 8 disaster and conflict areas of the world. The United Nations observed pollution at depths of at least 5 meters underground. In some cases, a 3-inch layer of oil was observed floating on the groundwater. The drinking water in these wells is contaminated at least 1,000 times higher than the Nigerian drinking water standard. This drinking water is contaminated with benzene, a known carcinogen, at levels 900 times above the World Health Organization guidelines. 1 in 8 are at risk of dying of cancer. Local communities are aware of the pollution and its dangers, but state that they continue to use the water for drinking, bathing, washing, and cooking, as they have no alternative. The impact of oil on the native mangrove vegetation of the Niger Delta has been disastrous. The pollution has accumulated over decades. And this pollution in the creeks and rivers has left the mangroves coated in a 1 centimeter thick layer of oil. Dying mangroves coated in oil no longer provide a healthy habitat for fish. Fishing is the main livelihood of these communities, so many have turned to illegal bunkering in order to feed their families. Villagers sabotage the oil production facilities and then refine the oil locally to sell on the black market. An estimated 150,000 barrels of oil is stolen every day in Nigeria. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation estimates $2.5 billion in losses as a result of black market activities between 2008 and 2011. The increase in bunkering between 2007 and 2011 resulted in the destruction of over 10% of Nigeria's healthy mangrove cover. The locations at which artisanal refining has taken place present a picture of total environmental devastation. Decommissioned sites like the abandoned facilities in the Ogoni land pose environmental and safety risks. The corrosion of these metallic objects leads to ground contamination by heavy metals. This co-contamination by heavy metals such as barium further complicates this bioremediation effort. 8 out of the 15 decommissioned sites they investigated, sites which have been recorded as fully remediated, still have contamination in the groundwater. The United Nations Environmental Program estimates that the environmental restoration of the Niger Delta could take 25 to 30 years.
Now look, can you see? This is not water. This is the paper. Okay. What are you seeing? What are you seeing? What is that?